Today, we're going to talk about a hidden force, one that secretly shapes almost every single decision you make.
So, let me just ask you something. What if I told you that a huge number of the choices you think you're making every day, from the small stuff to the life-changing ones, aren't really being made by you at all? That something else is pulling the strings.
And that's something? It's fear. Yeah, it's like this ghost in the machine, the quiet puppet master working behind the scenes of your life.
I mean, think about it. Every day, you're faced with countless choices: what to say, what new thing to try, and maybe most importantly, what not to do. So many of those decisions aren't really based on what you want or what makes logical sense, but on simply avoiding a bad feeling.
Now, before we go and make fear out to be the bad guy here, it's super important to know where it comes from. You see, fear isn't actually your enemy. It's one of the oldest, most baked-in survival tools we've got.
For thousands and thousands of years, this internal alarm system was absolutely critical for our survival. It's the part of your brain that screamed, "Danger, run!" when a predator showed up, or probably don't eat that when you stumbled across a weird-looking plant. The equation was brutally simple. You listen to your fear, and you get to live another day.
But check out the difference here. Our brains are hardwired to handle really clear physical threats. Today, though, our dangers are way more abstract. We're not running from tigers anymore. We're running from the idea of rejection, or the possibility of failure, or what other people might think of us. And this is the absolute key to understanding everything. The dangers are completely different now. But our ancient, instinctual alarm system, it's still running the same old software. It's trying to protect you from giving a presentation at work with the same intensity it would use to protect you from a saber-toothed cat.
So how does this totally outdated system actually impact us today? Well, it basically creates these invisible chains that hold us back in our jobs, in our relationships, in our own personal growth.
These are the big ones, right? The fear of failure is why you don't go for that promotion. The fear of judgment is why you stay quiet in that meeting, even when you have a great idea. The fear of the unknown is why you never start that project you've been dreaming about. See, these fears aren't just feelings. They actively build the walls of your reality by limiting what you do.
And this is the question it always whispers, isn't it? That little voice in the back of your head that just freezes you in place. It's not a logical risk assessment. It's a gut-level emotional reflex that's designed to keep you from doing anything that feels even a little bit uncertain.
Fear absolutely loves your comfort zone. Its number one job is to keep you right there in the familiar. It's always telling you, hey, just stay where it's safe, don't rock the boat, don't stand out. And for a second, listening to it feels really good. It feels safe.
But here's the trap. The thing that feels safe is also the very thing that keeps you stuck. It's the ultimate irony. The system designed to keep you alive is also what can prevent you from truly living. Everything you want, all of your potential, it's sitting right on the other side of that comfort zone. You know, fear is also incredibly sneaky. It almost never shows up and says, "Hi, I'm fear, and I'm here to stop you." No way. Instead, it wears these really clever disguises, making you believe that its anxious agenda is actually your own rational thinking.
Sound familiar? Procrastination is probably fear's favorite costume. It's usually not that you're lazy, it's that your brain is trying to avoid the discomfort or the potential for failure that comes with doing the actual task.
Oh, and this is a classic. The feeling that you just need a little more information, one more course, a bit more practice. This is usually just the fear of not being perfect. So you wait for this magical state of readiness that, let's be honest, is never going to come.
Then, of course, there's this one. Searching for the perfect time is a total myth. It's just a really convenient excuse your brain makes up to avoid taking that leap into the unknown right now.
So here's the real kicker. Fear's ultimate strategy isn't to hold you back with force. It's so much smarter than that. It whispers these perfectly reasonable-sounding excuses in your ear until you believe them, and then you make the decision to stop yourself. So, how in the world do we break free? Well, the good news is it's not some super complicated strategy. It really just takes one simple, but really powerful, shift in your own awareness. Okay, the game plan is actually pretty simple. First, you just have to recognize it. The next time you hesitate, just pause and ask yourself, wait a minute, is this decision coming from a place of logic, or is this just fear talking? Just asking the question gives you a little space. And step 2, you act anyway. Just take one tiny step forward. And this right here, this redefines everything. Courage is not about being fearless.
Nobody is fearless. Courage is feeling that fear, looking it right in the eye, and then taking action anyway. Every single time you do that, you're literally rewiring your brain and making fear's voice a little bit quieter.
Look, at the end of the day, fear is always going to be a passenger in your car. It's part of our human programming, but it does not have to be the one in the driver's seat. The simple act of noticing it, of seeing it for what it truly is, that is the exact moment you take your power back. Your awareness is your superpower.
So if this little explainer got you thinking about your own choices in a new way, do me a quick favor and hit that like button. It honestly helps more people discover this content.
And now, I've got a question for you. I want you to be really honest and share it down in the comments. What is one decision, big or small, that you know fear has stopped you from making? You know, just saying it out loud can be an incredibly powerful first step.
And finally, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe for more explainers just like this one. They're all designed to help you understand that amazing and complicated machine you carry around with you every day, your own mind. Thanks so much for watching.